What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. This is episode 434 for the week of March 22nd, 2026. The title of this week's episode is the DreamHack Birmingham Preview. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire, and we're here fucking live ahead of another event that is taking place this year, another LAN event taking place this year. And yeah, they're going across the pond. They're heading over to the EU. They're going to be playing at a DreamHack. Going to be playing for a little bit more money. And, but there are significantly less teams that will be competing. I will say, I am happy that we are getting a decent amount of North American representation there in terms of the talent pool. But as kind of expected, at least what is shown on the bracket right now, the amount of teams that have finished their rosters are in the bracket, so as it were. But for the record here, the bracket that I'm mentioning it's not final. So we'll wait and see what happens there, either on the Friday or slightly before, while the details get ironed out there and actual seeds are finished. But yeah, they did not fill out the bracket, which is unfortunate. What are you going to do? But this was kind of expected as well. With the location of the event, the lack of big sponsors, the lack of big organizations wanting to put up the funds to send teams out. But like I said, I am happy to see that we are getting some teams from the North American side of things being sent out to compete, and I think it'll be a good time regardless. We'll talk about my thoughts on how long the tournament is going to be, because with the amount of teams that are signed up and ready to compete, the fact that this is a 3-day event, and I'm just looking at this and I'm like, man, we're going to be done with matches for the day really, really fucking quickly. In my opinion. Now, granted, a lot could make things faster or slower, right? Obviously, series would take a lot longer if there are technical difficulties and things that need to be worked through there. Additionally, depending upon how many stations they have running at the same time, right? That could also prolong an event or shorten an event, because we're talking about an open bracket here where every team has to compete within. And I guess I'm even talking about the topic right now. I should have just gotten to that, but regardless, we're talking about an open bracket that all the teams have to be competing in it, no matter their seed. So that might take a little bit longer. But then again, we're also talking about an open bracket that doesn't have like 32 teams in it. So, depending upon how many stations they have set up for this, things are going to go by pretty quickly. It is my assumption, and I don't like to assume, but that's just the way that I'm thinking about it. Shio, welcome back. Juan, welcome back as well. Good to see you guys. Riz, welcome back as well. Speaking of which, Steve with the 36. I'm pretty sure if my fucking eyesight isn't as bad as I think it's pretty bad. Steve with the 36-month resub, you get a woo! Thank you so much for that. Quack with the fucking 11-month resub. And I have to read your message because I thought it was genuinely fucking funny. He said 11 months of dealing with Josh's BS. You know, the love goes both ways. Quack with the fucking 11-month resub, you get a woo! Thank you so much. And Riz with the 30-month primer resub, you also get a woo! Thank you so much. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much for the resubs. Fuck yes. You guys are great. Ghost says, praying for favorable technical difficulties right now. I don't want it to be done in 3 hours. Well, see, Ghost, that's I guess that's kind of the blessing in disguise, right? Because this tournament is going to be like, if I'm not mistaken, this tournament is going to be much earlier because they're in EU time. So it's going to be much earlier than what a standard tournament would be in the US. So like the day's going to be done very, very early, like where we are. And I don't know, you have the whole day ahead of you, you know? Think about it that way. You get the whole weekend ahead of you. You know what I mean? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. You get to wake up, you get to fucking shit and shower, have some breakfast, watch some competitive Halo, and then it's done for the day, and you have the whole day ahead of you. You're like, God damn, that's great. So, what are you going to do? On this week's episode of the show is the DreamHack Birmingham Preview, running through what to expect for the event, as always, as well as always wrong predictions. But we can't kick off with the topic because we're actually going to be kicking off with some Rostermania. That's right. No competitive Halo news this week. Because the DreamHack Atlanta information was last week and DreamHack Birmingham is this weekend, so we really don't have any news to fill there. Instead, want to kick off with some Rostermania. First up, Savage Giggles is looking for 2 with Revan for Birmingham. This is by Savage Giggles, and she states, need 2 for Birmingham Halo Infinite tourney this weekend. Please save us. So if you are going to be at the event, please reach out to them. Get that team created. Fucking blow up that open bracket, make shit happen. Speaking of which, Command Station and APG are also teaming up for Birmingham. This is by Command Station, and she said, team of 2 with APG looking for 2 for Birmingham, the UK event. And then she provided an update not too long after that. Who is not going to Birmingham that wants to compete? Looking to fly out a 4th. Retweets are appreciated. Well, hopefully this is okay for a retweet in this circumstance. But it sounds like they have found a 3rd, in which case they may still be looking for a 4th if they have not found one already. And that's awesome. I will say the one thing, and Ash was quick to point this out, so shout out Ash, as always. So roster lock was already earlier today, and they're not in there. But Ash did say that according to rules, like HCS rules, that it's up to an admin's discretion as to whether or not a team can be included or excluded. So who knows? If they find their 4th, then they get all the ducks in a row and whatnot. The same with Savage Giggles' team. Maybe they'll still be able to compete and everything will be okay. I just hope that's actually the case. I hope it's not an instance of, oh, we did find somebody at the very last minute, but roster lock's already happened. It's too bad, so sad you can't compete. I think it'd be really shitty, especially considering they're traveling. But I'm of 2 mindsets, right? On the one hand, it's rules are rules. So what are you going to do? And on the other hand, it's like, well, you don't have that many teams competing anyway. So, yeah. Beth, with a 71-month resub. Beth, you get a woo! There it is. That's a big one. That was a big one. Oh, it's a powerful woo for you, Beth. There you go. So yeah, I hope that they're able to compete. But then, like, the rules part of my mind is like, well, they fucking didn't have their team set at the schedule at, like, the appropriate time, so meh. So, I don't know. They also don't have a lot of teams competing at this thing, and if they already bought a team pass and they just didn't have their roster filled out, and the bracket isn't necessarily going to be finalized until Friday anyway, you have some leeway. You know what I mean? Like, you have a few days of leeway here. So we'll have to wait and see. But 3 teams that are for sure going to be competing at Birmingham are the following. But first, Mr. Wiley Diote with a 26. See, my eyesight's fucking off. I need to get new glasses. Genuinely, I need to get new glasses. Dial with the 26-month resub. Woo! Thanks so much for the fucking resub. I hope your guys' like session 0 D&D session was awesome. And I fucking love how you guys are getting that shit going. I think it's awesome. 3 teams that are genuinely going to be competing at Birmingham. In Excelsius, that includes Blood Reyna, Ashland Bot, Wily Coyote, and Saves. Kraken Seas, which picked up Usubeni, which is Piggy Jackson, Acid, Breaking Shot, and Thug Nasty as the coach. And Omit have picked up a squad as well of Penguin, Falcated, Suppressed, and Sab, with Hoaxer as the coach as well. So yes, the fuck am I trying to say? There you go. Those are the three confirmed teams. They're in the bracket. They're already ready to go. They're going to be there. And yeah, obviously it was kind of expected as well, considering 2 out of those 3 that I just listed earned travel coverage anyway. So there you go. There you go. But like I said, I think it's fucking awesome that we do have some organizations that are stepping in here to support these teams going to this event particularly, and obviously wishing them the best. And we'll have to wait and see what my predictions are, because guys, they're going to shock everyone. I'm telling you what. They're going to shock the world. That's it for Rostermania. Time for upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombat.com. Check out noobcombat.com for all your Halo esports needs. On Tuesday, March 24th, that's tomorrow, the HRL FFA Series 16 week number 6. And on Friday, March 27th to Sunday, March 29th, of course, we have DreamHack Birmingham. And that's it for the upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombat.com. Check out noobcombat.com for all your Halo esports needs. Scrim Tournament League recaps. Before we get into the topic of the show, Halo Rec League FFA Series 16 week number 5. Keeping everybody on their toes right there. Rhythm, welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you're fucking great. Week number 5 standings. In 4th place is Neo Prime, jumping up into the top 4. In 3rd place is Gary Snacks. In 2nd place is Nursing Dr. Love. And holding his spot in 1st place is Cognis. There you go. Juan, did that feel good? I fucking, dude, I'm telling you. It's every once in a while it pops up, and like, I don't know if you go back and you watch that, I hesitated for a second because I didn't realize that 5 was there. And I'm like, oh shit, now's my chance. I don't know how many of these I'm going to get. Next up, we have the Ward Paradox FFA tournament results. In 8th went to Uncle Nico. In 7th was Tribal. 6th was Trusty. 5th was Cognis. 4th was Barrier. 3rd was Stefano Biscuit. 2nd was Leor. And 1st going to Milkshake. Next up, we have the SWAT Nation Golden BR FFA results. In 3rd was NFT Mike. In 2nd was Fondling Lemons, which is a name. And in 1st place went to Fob. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate that. I thought I did too. I hesitated for just a split second there, but we brought it home. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish. And I think I fucking finished pretty well. And the final tournament here, the Unreal Nightmare 1v1 tournament results here. In 3rd and 4th went to Meiju and Command Station. And 2nd was, I think it's Docile, but I could be mistaken. And in 1st place went to Leor. So congratulations to them. Let's get into the topic of the show. The DreamHack Birmingham Preview. Gonna run through it here. Technically went through this on a previous episode, but it doesn't matter because it's the preview episode for the event, so we got to go through them now. Halo Infinite 4v4. There will be side tournaments as well. We'll run through those. Do not worry. But for the main event, the 4v4. Friday will feature a 32-team open bracket. But again, like I said, as of right now, where the bracket is not completely finalized, but as of right now, there are not 32 teams signed up. Okay? So take that for what you will. That includes the 4 online qualified teams that were seeded 1 through 4. Okay, so the teams that earn travel coverage. Cool. Keynote here. Top 8 from the open bracket. Because again, I think this needs to be clear, like just stated over and over again. All teams, including Shopify Rebellion and everyone else, have to compete in the open bracket. Okay, they all have to go through the same spiel. The top 8 from the open bracket advance to pool play. Teams that finish 9th through 12th in the open bracket move to a last chance qualifier, where if you're one of those 2 teams that make it through the last chance qualifier, 2 out of the 4 get to pool play. So on Saturday, the last chance qualifier will determine the final 2 teams for pool play, which means pool play will be 2 pools of 5 teams each. Okay? Not 4 pools, not 3 pools, but 2 pools of 5 teams each. And the top 4 from each pool will advance to the championship bracket. Which means on Sunday, the championship bracket will be an 8-team double elimination bracket. Only 8 teams. Okay? If you want links to the HCS rulebook and the HCS handbook for 2026, they are included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in the chat. Or if you're checking out the VOD on YouTube, it's in the description. Same with the audio version on your favorite podcast service. It's in the description. Check it out. Speaking of links, the bracket link, which again is not finalized as of right now, but the bracket link is available. It is available. You'll be able to see all the teams that are confirmed, all the teams that are signed up and ready to go. But again, I would keep looking at it throughout the next few days, especially on Friday before the tournament begins, because that way you'd be able to see exactly how it's going to shape up. Your side tournaments. There will be a Halo 5 2v2 with $1,000 in prizing, 8 teams, single elimination. All matches will be best of 3. A Halo 3 2v2 with $1,500 in prizing, 16 teams, single elimination, best of 3, but with a best of 5 finals. A Halo Infinite 2v2 with $2,500 in prizing, 32 teams, single elimination, again, best of 3 with a best of 5 finals. And finally, a Halo Infinite FFA with $5,000 in prizing, 128 players, single elim, best of 1. If you want to check out what the entire schedule is going to be, please, the graphic is included in the show notes. Key things to keep in mind here. The doors will open at 12 p.m. GMT on Friday, and then 10 a.m. Hold on. Yeah. And then 10 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. I had to zoom in for a second there. And the other thing to keep in mind here is that while it states earlier on in their graphics, it states that the champ bracket's on Sunday, the champ bracket actually begins on Saturday. So I really don't know how long Sunday's competition is going to be. Because for reference here, it says open bracket starts at 12:30 on Friday. Okay. Pool play starts at 10:30 on Saturday, with then champ bracket starting around 6 p.m. on Saturday. And then champ bracket finishing continuing at 10:30 on Sunday. Man, if they're going to start champ bracket on Saturday, this tournament's going to be over in like 3 hours on Sunday. I have no idea how fucking far they're going to get into this shit. All right. So there's that. Take that for what you will. Your talent. That will be bringing you all the coverage for the DreamHack Open in Birmingham. Put on or presented by European Halo League, as a matter of fact. Your talent includes Lethal, Vanadam, Reed, Hixie, Captain James Force, Outcasted, and Warlord. Can't wait to see. I'm really excited to see Lethal again in the booth. Really excited for that. And, yeah, I think it's going to be fucking awesome. I think it's going to be fucking awesome. Now, some FAQ here for you. This is just for clarification's sake, okay? Because, yes, we've already gone through this, but this is just for clarification's sake. It's important. Will competition be on PC or Xbox? All competition will be played on Xbox Series X. Pro play will also take place on Xbox Series X. So, yes, pool play and champ bracket are not going to be on PCs. Everything is on Xbox Series X. And I have to give props to the players as well, because they have been scrimming while playing on Xbox to try to give themselves the most authentic experience as to what they're going to experience in DreamHack. So great for them. Great for them. Also, Max, I should clarify here. This is not Lethal, the world champion North American player. This is Lethal, the Lethal, the European caster who's been in the scene for a long time. Let me just make sure that that's clarified there. What is the required equipment? Your preferred wired peripheral, a USB cord required for your preferred peripheral, headset with no power outlet and a 3.5 millimeter plug. And if you plan on competing with keyboard and mouse, you must submit your model number to DreamHack_Halo at efg.gg ahead of the event. Mix amps will be provided. Bringing backup equipment is recommended. Will there be seating? Again, no. This event will be standing room only. Okay? Obviously, I'm assuming that the players will be able to sit down and play the game. But if you are there to spectate, you're more than likely standing. And then finally, where can I watch? The two official streams are going to be twitch.tv/European Halo and twitch.tv/AtlasGG1. And then you have an official co-stream as well. It's going to be LVT Halo, as a matter of fact. And they got some Twitch drops. They're going to be available over on the channel as well. So fucking go check them out as well. Get your Twitch drops. Tune into the official stream. Show EU some love. Show them some fucking love, please. Is standing just for the Halo area? John, I believe so. I mean, maybe it's standing for other tournaments if they have other ones going on as well, but at least we know for a fact that Halo's is. Because for the Call of Duty League, with the ticket that you buy, I think they had package deals or whatever. If you buy a COD ticket, you're guaranteed a seat for the COD portion. But yeah, it is standing room only for the Halo side of things. So, if you want to see the floor plan, again, the image is in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. And if you do go ahead and take a look at that, you will see that Halo is a small space. A small space. Sheet says, are you allowed to bring your own chair? I made the joke last week. What are they going to say? Fuck you? I don't know. You can try. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could try. Quickly says, Halo is viewed as just a passion pit style event. I do not think we have a stage from our knowledge. From from the graphic, it looks like they will in some capacity. I would just assume from a main stage perspective. But maybe here's what I'm going to get at. I'm not thinking main stage in the way that we've had them normally. I'm thinking main stage from this will be a feature station setup. That's what I'm thinking. One of those small bag chairs. What? You mean a lawn chair that you can fold up and put into a bag? Is that what you're talking about? Like I said, you could try. There's nothing, to my knowledge, there is nothing that states you can't. But I would recommend against it because I think there's they probably have they probably have a clear bag policy, right? They always have like a clear bag policy. And Zilla asks, do you know if they're using new Xboxes or used? Oh, they're going to be used, man. They're not going to be fucking new. I'm sorry. They're not going to be new though. Absolutely not. They can't even sell the new ones. Also, thank you for the follow. Maybe it's like London was, the year 2 quadrant event. It could be, because yeah, that wasn't like a traditional main stage either. It definitely had more of a feature station vibe to it. I just have a feeling that they will have I have a feeling they're going to, and I don't know. I do not know. I just have a feeling they're going to have a main stage. I'm putting this in air quotes for the audio listeners, a main stage area to separate that like featured match. But I could be fucking wrong. I could absolutely be wrong. I have no fucking idea what they're going to be doing. I have no idea. Will they have a race car? Oh, Ronan. Oh, Ronan. Oh, never change. Never fucking change. Oh. But yeah, they're definitely not going to be new consoles. They will be used consoles. Jesus Christ. But yeah, to my knowledge, there's no rule against bringing a chair, but they probably more than likely have a clear bag policy, and I have a good feeling that they will turn your ass away if you try bringing a foldable lawn chair into the event. I think it'd be nice if they didn't do that to you, but I have a feeling they would. Like they'll see you come through security and be like, no. Just no. But who knows? Who knows? But yeah, regardless, I think the thing to keep in mind is that at the end of the day, this is still like the teams have the opportunity. Like, this is still $100,000 event. In total, right? In total. So $86,000 for the prize pool for the 4v4, and then the rest of the $100,000 is split amongst the side events that are taking place. So if you're Shopify, you'll be walking home with a decent chunk of change. Oh, man. So I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. You know what I mean? Like, it's rough out here, but at the same time, at least we have events going on. At least we have events going on. And I'm not trying to dunk on this event, because I think that a lot of people are putting a lot into this and trying to make this work the best they can. And the fact that like the European Halo League, this is their first real time like being given this opportunity where they're taking the step up to the plate. They're taking over this from a production standpoint. And because this is not an HCS event. So I got to give a massive shout out to the European Halo League team. Everybody involved there. We know that Meg is going to be there too. Shout out to Meg. So we know that they're going to be putting their heart and their soul into this event. And so like, I know that I was poking fun at the amount of teams and everything, and it's standing room only and blah, blah, blah. Atlanta's going to be the same thing. Atlanta's standing room only as well, if their website is what to go off of. So no, I got to give a shout out to the European Halo League, all the crew that are with them, everybody that's going to be helping out with this event. Because like I said, at the end of the day, at least we have something. At least we fucking have something to look forward to. And I really fucking hope they knock it out of the park. I really do. So best of luck to them. I'm genuinely excited to watch some fucking great Halo as well. Back on LAN once again too. Like, really, really fucking excited for it. Really, really excited. But yeah, Ronan, like Antzilla said, FaZe will not be at Birmingham. FaZe should be in Atlanta, and they should have their team announced by then. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yes, no FaZe for Birmingham. That is 100% confirmed. And then Kason also stated that he said they will have a team for Atlanta. So. Antzilla, yes, I know that one of the players on the supposed FaZe roster was not going to travel. I understand. I'm starting to watch a bunch of awkward dudes stand up and scream at each other and then sit back down. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. All right, let's talk about predictions. Oh, man. Oh, Ant, yes, I'm sorry. If I came off like a dick, that was not intentional. I apologize. So, I only went to top 6. Okay, I only went to top 6 for this. Traditionally, what would happen? Appreciate that, Ant. Love having you here. So we go through we go through top 12 or top 24 or whatever the fuck it is. Not gonna happen for this one because the amount of teams that are potentially going to be competing at this, and frankly, a lot of the folks that are just signing up to compete because it's just the fun thing to do, which more power to them. I think that's great. I can't really provide a prediction for that. So here we go. In 5th, 6th, I got to show the EU some love. Okay? Because we do genuinely have a great EU team competing in Birmingham. And that is Majin. Majin will be competing at Birmingham. And I think they're going to place top 6. Based off the other teams that are going to be competing here, I have the EU Power Squad taking top 6. Alongside them, a team that I'm very happy is going to be able to make the trip out there, at least as of right now, hopefully nothing changes, is Mags Up. I have Mags Up taking top 6 as well. I should probably, if folks want to give me just a second here, I probably should have done this too, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. Okay, here we go. So, just for folks to understand, Mags Up is going to be Soul Snipe, Boo Boo Doobu, Druck, and Envor. And again, I have them placing top 6. They placed top 8 in the qualifier. Again, that was online. Okay, so please take everything with a grain of salt. But I do have them placing top 6 in Birmingham. In 4th place, I have the newly signed Kraken Seas team. The newly signed Kraken Seas team. Again, that is Piggy, Yaxon, Acid, Breaking Shot, and Thug Nasty as the coach. I have them taking 4th in this event. In 3rd place, a dramatic shift. This is a joke from last year. A dramatic shift from previous placings of where this organization has been in the HCS. In 3rd place, I have Omit. Omit is, again, the newly signed Penguin, Falcated, Suppressed, Sab, and Hoaxer as the coach roster. I have them taking 3rd in this event. In 2nd place, I have Luminon Gaming. The team that... How do I explain this? Leading up to Birmingham, Luminon being the one team that can actually give somewhat of a fight to Shopify, in my opinion. But they're unable to, I don't think they're going to be able to get over that hump. of taking out the current world championship roster who was signed for the whole entire year. Which means, yes, taking first, because I this was my quote unquote preseason predictions leading into this year. I am predicting that Shopify win every event, and it starts here. So, because we didn't know the LVT LAN was taking place before the offseason was truly beginning. But yeah, I have Shopify winning. And that's, again, shocking everybody. I know. Now, the questions I had going into this event, though. I want to know the work that the teams were putting in leading up to this event. And I understand if you're looking at Halo Data Hive, these teams have been scrimming semi-frequently, I guess you could say, which is really good to see. I know scrims don't mean anything in my opinion, but I like how they're getting practice in. And what I really appreciate is that these teams are getting practice in on console. So they want to put themselves in the best competitive position they can. And that's playing on the hardware that's going to be used at the event. And as we've heard from Cycle during one of his streams and whatnot, it's not fucking fun going back to play on the console, but they are doing it. They are putting that work in. And it's not just Shopify, it's the rest of the teams as well. And I think that's awesome. I think it puts them in a better position leading into this event. And yeah, I hope it bodes well for them. The other thing to keep in mind is when are teams actually going to arrive? Because this isn't, to my knowledge, obviously this isn't a major, right? Therefore, I am, again, I don't like to do this, but I'm assuming that there isn't a traditional media day, right? Where like the production would have all the teams come in, all the players, like all the pro teams, all the pro players come in. They'd do headshots, they do like reels and everything, and preparate like the things that the spectators would see on broadcast and in the venue for when teams were walking out or getting ready to compete or whatever it was. I don't think we're going to be having that this time around. So that basically eliminates a day. The sizzle reels. Thank you, John. So that basically eliminates a day that they would need to travel, right? But at the same time, my question is, when are teams going to arrive? Because we also understand that jet lag can be a motherfucker. So if they're able to get in early and actually take a day to like decompress, take a day to recalibrate, that could obviously be a big boon as well. So a lot of outstanding questions here. Don't know what's necessarily going to happen for these teams. But yeah, regardless, I think Shopify are going to win. I think Shopify are going to win. But then internally, I'm thinking to myself, well, what if? What if jet lag is an issue? And Majin's already there. Will Majin be able to make something special happen? Maybe knock a higher seeded team off just a little earlier than what we thought was going to happen. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be really fucking cool. I don't see it happening though. But yeah. And then the other thing that I'm internally kind of fighting my way about, because I didn't create a bracket for this event. And we don't necessarily have like, at least to my knowledge, maybe it's in the rule book or something, but to my knowledge, I don't think we have series layouts. I could be wrong though. I could totally be wrong though. I just don't think we have series layouts. So I didn't really dive that deep into it. But I'm curious how much of a fight Luminon is going to give Shopify this time around. They're the team that has been able to take games off them, sometimes convincingly. But again, I look back at that LVT land and I'm thinking to myself, was Shopify just not on their game? What's happening here? Did they just not put a lot of work in? I don't think they did. But now that they see the level of competition, they're like, okay, now we can get back into form as much as an Xbox allows you to. But just, the questions that are still in the back of my mind leading into this weekend. But I'm really excited. I'm really fucking excited. Spring, 14 months. Actually, no, I lied. 27 months. You get a woo! Thank you so much, man. Welcome back. So did I miss Josh's LAN opens don't matter reminder? For the record, let me just say this. Regardless who wins this event, I am not including it within their overall legacy. Okay? Let me just make sure that is abundantly clear. This whole year, I'm not including into a team's legacy. Because it's not an official year. This is like... I'm very happy that this year's a fucking thing. Because we could have easily had a situation where... No. We could have easily had a literal situation where the answer was just no. No DreamHacks. No potential pro league later this year. No nothing. It would have just been LVT, shout out. Like LVT and other grassroots organizations trying to do their best to keep things alive for as long as they could. And it's happened before, and we've gotten through it. We always do. But when this year was announced at Worlds in 25, and they come out and they say that, no, we are going to have 2 DreamHack events. We are going to have a Halo Fest Invitational at the end of the year. We are going to be working with partnered organizations to put on something. I was excited. I still am. I still am excited. And I'm very thankful and I'm very grateful that we are getting these events, regardless of me poking fun at the amount of teams that are signed up for this one. Because the HCS is still allowing travel coverage to be earned. Some of these organizations are stepping up and be like, hey, we'll support you through this event. I think that's fucking awesome. I think that's fucking awesome. And so it says, remember TSM surprised everyone at DreamHack, Druck and Soul Snipe on that team? Yeah, they've been together for, not recently, but like historically, they've been together for a long time. What if Shopify doesn't drop a game all year? They have already. If we're including the LVT LAN, then they have dropped a game already. They've dropped many. But, frankly, I don't think they're going to have a perfect tournament at DreamHack. I don't. I should say, it wouldn't surprise me if they did. I just don't think it will happen. Like, it's really fucking hard to have a perfect event. Regardless of the amount of teams that are signed up for it, like, it's hard to have a perfect tournament in a LAN. It's really hard. So, yeah, I think Shopify will lose a handful of games. Not just one. Like, I think they'll lose a handful or more. But who knows? Who the fuck knows? Again, every team needs to compete through open bracket. All of them. And this is why I keep saying, like, I think this, unless they pad things out, like, unless they genuinely don't have a lot of stations going at the same time, and if they really are stretching this out 3 days, I think this tournament like each day's matches are going to be done very quickly. I think the longest day we're going to have is going to be Friday just because it's open bracket. But there's not 32 teams signed up. There's only going to be 2 pools. We're not getting 4 pools. Championship bracket is only going to be 8 teams. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Verb, they're not that dark though. Also, welcome back. But it's not, these times are not that dark. It's just, like, hear me out. And again, I'm very grateful, like, and I'm very thankful and I'm very appreciative that European Halo League is being given this opportunity. And the fact that a DreamHack, they are having a Halo event in an EU location. I think that's fucking awesome. We don't get many of those. And I think that's fucking awesome. But I do think that there would be more teams signing up and competing if it was in the US. That's why I truly believe that Atlanta will, I don't know if they'll sell out of team passes, but I think it'll get really close, or if not selling out. So. Diligent says they should have done best of 7s to make up for less teams for every series. I wouldn't disagree. Come on, like, folks, if you don't know me, like, I love a best of 7. I love a best of 7. I was shouting from the rooftops that, like, I wish we had them for losers final, winner final, grand final of every event since Infinite began. And it just didn't happen. And I was very sad. If and when we go back to Halo 3 for the 12.5 time, it'll be dark times. Beth, but we'll have Construct. Come on, Beth. We'll have Construct, though. Eh? For the record, Beth and I genuinely like Construct. Jaws, welcome back, says, and then leaving the venue by 10 to midnight every Sunday. I mean, they're vibes, you know? Those are fucking vibes. You know what I mean? Man, like I said, unless they genuinely do not have a lot of stations set up, because I don't know how many stations they have, but if they don't have a lot of stations set up, then yes, the tournament will be like a standard length. But if they have a decent amount of setups available, this tournament's going to fly by. Like, I made the joke in the Discord server earlier where in previous years, players would complain for the amount of time it would take between matches, right? Because they'd have to sit there and wait 3 to 4 hours before their next match would start up. Where now, players are going to complain that their day's over too fucking quickly. Like, I don't know, man. Juan, you are absolutely welcomed into the Construct Club. Let's go. One of the best maps. Fuck all the haters. I forgot who tweeted it out. This is me poking fun. Like, I mean, no disrespect to the actual individual who tweeted it out. But somebody tweeted out or posted something about, like, Snowbound being an underrated map. Maybe it was Real Life Spartan. But it was like an infinite version of Snowbound. And I'm thinking to myself, underrated? More like underhated. Oh, was it Eli? And he's going to get a fucking birthday shout out later too. But I saw that tweet and I'm like, underrated? It's underhated. Snowbound needs to be hated more. That map is ass. No disrespect to the map designer. Because I know that the designers and the artists, they work very hard on these things, and I mean no disrespect. This is me being an asshole. I apologize. I don't like that map. Snowbound hater here too. The bond grows stronger. Juan, the bond was never lessened. The bond has only strengthened. Riz, no, Boundless is bad too. Like, yes, they got rid of arguably the worst part about the map, which was the fucking shields, like the shield doors, but the map, it just doesn't play well. Like, the map just does not flow very well, in my opinion. I don't know. It's not my thing. People who enjoy Snowbound, people who enjoy Boundless, more power to you. Not my cup of tea. I know there's a lot of people out there who fucking hate Construct. You know what? I don't agree with you, but that's okay. That's why we have opinions. And we can share them. But yeah, my predictions one more time for DreamHack Birmingham, because now we're talking about Halo 3 and Beth is going to want to fucking, like, die. So, DreamHack Birmingham, here are my predictions. In 5th, 6th, I have Majin and Mags up. In 4th, I have Kraken Seas. In 3rd, I have Omit. Which if you would have asked me in 2026 if I would have ever thought I would say that, then I think you're lying. In 2nd place, I have Luminon, and in 1st place, shocking everybody, I have Shopify Rebellion. That's it for the topic. What do you guys think? For those that are tuning in live, what are your, if you have Shopify winning, where do you think the other teams are going to stack up? Or if you don't have Shopify, what are your predictions? And I know I don't do this, but I'm going to fucking ask anyway. For the audio listeners out there or the YouTube watchers out there, fucking let me know your predictions as well. Leave a YouTube comment. I don't care about algorithms or shit, but like, you leave a YouTube comment, DM me. I don't fucking know. I'm curious your predictions as well. I want to know if there's anybody out there that has like hot predictions takes. I don't know. Shout out Quigley. Shout out the Quigley podcast, by the way. If you guys aren't following them or checking out their show, please do so. Moon says, I agree with your picks, but would swap Omit and Kraken. I think Kraken gets 3rd. You know what? I did fight internally about that. But I'm sticking with my guns here. But I respect the take. And I would fucking love if Kraken gets 3rd. Fuck, I'd love if Kraken gets 2nd. I'd love if Kraken won the event for fucking Yaxon. I think it'd be great. I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm sorry, I don't have shoutouts set up on the channel, but just go fucking follow them. There can be upsets, but it's just a small range with it being an EU event. Oh, yeah, and the amount of teams that are signed up. Woo. Still holding out for my poly market prediction. Omit has a non-contact injury, and Hoaxer has a 7, and Omit wins it all with coach subbed in. Okay. Get this fucking poly market bullshit out of here, Spring. God damn it. Oh, my God. It's ruining the fucking world. Oh, that and AI just ruining the fucking world. Among other things that we don't need to get into on this show. Hey, now, I don't hate talking about Halo 3. I just don't care to watch it in 2026. Still my top 3 favorite games. Beth, I respect you and appreciate you. I just know that soon we're going to be getting to talking about the pit, and then it's going to go downhill. So I just thought I'd leave it where it was. Luminon with the upset in grand final against Shopify. That'd be cool to see. If there was a team that could do it, it would be them, in my opinion. So, who knows? Let's see if the Xbox debuff is enough for like a cycle and a last shot. Let's see. Because, fun fact, this is the most fun of facts you could ever imagine. The other 2 players on that Shopify Rebellion squad, they have already had to play on Xboxes during Infinite's tenure. Because for those who don't remember, there may or may not have been a time where a team had to compete through the open bracket because of a Royal 2 snafu, the Router 2 situation as it was. And they fucking ran shot. They ran a fucking train through those teams, and that was on Xbox. So they've already done it. But let's see if it affects cycle and last shot at all. Who knows? I think Shopify will win, but I'm hoping it won't be as dominant, aka there will be an upset here or there. I think an upset would be fucking awesome. It's why I briefly mentioned that Majin team. Because yes, the Majin team is not what Quadrant were, right? It is not what I feel like this is a boogeyman situation or like fucking what's the fuck? Oh my God. I'm going to sound so stupid right now. What was the thing where if you said the name Bloody Mary, that's it. I feel like it's a Bloody Mary situation where if I say the name, it's just going to pop out at me and fucking scare the shit out of me. But ITB and Nemesis. Ooh. The Majin squad isn't necessarily at the same caliber of those old EU rosters, but they're still a pretty fucking great team. So I'm very curious what they are going to do, considering they don't necessarily have to deal with the jet lag. They're already there. I'm really curious what they're going to be able to do. They're my dark horse. Sometimes people put dark horses in their predictions or whatever. They would be my dark horse. They would, I truly believe that they would be my dark horse. But who knows? And Majin, Diligent, is SLG, Sika, Mighties, and Bastos, with Kronos, longtime coach, returning as well as their coach. See, I'm very curious what they're going to be doing. I'm very curious. Do you find it odd that Legend is on the COD Majin team and did not make the transition back? No. I think he's doing what he wants to do, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah. I am very sad that rumored FaZe team is not able to make it, though. Because I've said it to Syrian multiple times, during the show. I desperately want to see them on LAN again. And if that roster stays the way that it is, right, that rumored FaZe roster, if it stays the way that it is leading into Atlanta, and that's the team that is signed by FaZe for Atlanta, I cannot wait to see them on LAN. Now, then it becomes a question of, is it too little too late? Like, our team's just that much better than them now? Oh my God, it's why I desperately fucking wanted to see them here. Desperately wanted to see them in Birmingham. So. But no, I don't find it odd that Legend didn't make the transition back. If he wanted to, obviously he could. But he's doing his COD thing. And more power to him. Just more Halo. Shopify is obviously my favorite to win, but watching them with their backs against the wall is top tier Halo. I do love when they are challenged. I do love when a top team is challenged. It just leads to better competition at the end of the day. That's all I want. I just want better competition at the end of the day. Last Shot has adapted fine to Xbox. Cycle's been losing his mind. Well, he's got to buck up. I think he'll be just fine. Obviously, it plays fucking differently, but I think he'll be just fine. My biggest concern is the potential jet lag. That's my biggest concern. For all the North American teams that are coming over, that is my biggest concern. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you, everybody, for providing your predictions. And again, to the audio listeners or the YouTube watchers out there, let me know your predictions as well, if you're ever so inclined. That's going to do it for the topic. Let's get into some regular news. Your Halo Story Chapter 3 by Halo Studios. Go check out that collaborative article. People sharing their stories about their love of the franchise. Is Woodham playing? And if not, probably because it's on Xbox. Woodham is not playing. Now, here's the thing, though. Real quick, let me get through this other news article. Mod Minute, Zuka Zamami campaign. This is by Halo Studios. Go check out that article as well. I love the spotlighting of mods. I think it's fucking awesome, and you should go read it. Back to this Woodham question, though. To my knowledge, and again, obviously, that esport is also going through something right now. And I am not well educated on it, so I'm not going to speak to it. But to my knowledge, Woodham was signed or is signed to a roster competing in the finals. And again, I could be incorrect at this time. Maybe things have changed, but to my knowledge, he is or was signed to a roster competing in the finals. And again, while I am not educated on the subject and I'm not here to talk about it, the finals is also going through some turbulent times in terms of being an esport. So feel free to look into all of that because there's a lot to unpack there. But yeah, Woodham is not competing in this event. Woodham is not competing in this event. What happened to Mental? He was competing in Challengers for a minute. He was competing in COD Challengers for a minute. I'll tell you one thing, he's not competing in this event. Maybe something will happen between now and Atlanta that he decides to switch back over again. I don't know. It's up to him. I don't know. Things are so... That's the thing people need to understand. Like, Chief, this is not me calling you out or anything. Halo esports in a nutshell, things can change on a dime, right? Like, literally, we've had rosters formed and then a week later they disintegrate before officially announced, so on and so forth. On top of that, we're in an off-season year, right? That may or may not last longer than a year. But the thing to keep in mind with that is, in a traditional year of Halo esports, teams can change on a dime, players can change decisions on a dime, contracts may not be signed, whatever. And in an off-season year, that's just exaggerated. Like, it's who the fuck knows? A player can make a split-second decision and decide that they're going to be competing at the event. So, again, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Obviously, I would love if all the previous players came back, but as we all understand, the money just simply isn't there. The sponsorships just simply are not there. The organizations are simply not there. For a sustainable income for this year, it's just not there. Unless you're Shopify Rebellion, in which case you signed the team for the year already. But that's it. They're the outlier. So, what are you going to do, you know? But as the majority of that was not spent on regular news, that's it for the regular news. Got other games to watch! The Major 2 bracket by the Call of Duty League is available right now. Oh, the rocker. Oh. We are consistently the most inconsistent team in the league, is what I like to think of us as. And I think that'll remain the same here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we could double first rounded. But then again, we go up against the Falcons round 1. But who knows? We could, fuck it. We could genuinely just be double first rounded. Here's your COD talk for the week. What are you going to do? God. Fuck me. I just want a good Minnesota COD team. Is that so fucking hard to ask for? Again, we probably don't want to spend money on them, but I mean, come on. I want one. I want One good one. One good one. We ain't winning anything else, so fuck it. Shoutouts. Said I was going to give him a birthday shout out. Here it is. Happy belated birthday to Eli X. Hope it was a fucking great one. Also, I want to tell everybody, go vote for Celeste, a.k.a. Bittersweet, okay, in the Game Hers Awards for Trailblaze Hers in gaming. That is the category that she's nominated in. Make sure to go vote for her if you haven't already. Shout out Celeste. Shout out DSA Group. Fucking amazing. Viltrumite. I don't fucking think so. Viltrumite asks, has Rocker won since they reverse swept Toronto Ultra in the finals with Attach? I don't fucking think so. God damn it. And I understand that not every team can fucking win. Like, that's the most John Madden statement of all time right there. But we're not even close. You know what I mean? Like, we're not even, we ain't even fucking competing. We're not even fucking competing. It's why I got to give a special shout out here to whoever runs, because the one who was previously doing it is not doing it anymore. He's moved on to other things, but I got to give a special shout out to whoever runs the Rockers socials now. They're fucking killing it. They're fucking killing it because they know when we are ass. And they lean into it. And I'm appreciative of it. I just wish we weren't ass. You know? God damn it. Shout out to everyone who joined in the 8s. Thank you all so much for doing so. I was able to hop in for a series or two. Much better time recently than previous. Was able to actually, help my fucking team this time around. So that felt good. It felt good. So shout out to everybody who's joining in the 8s. And yeah, thank you all for keeping it going in the server. And you all are fucking awesome. And then shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. That includes Steve with a 36-month resub, Quack with the 11-month resub, Riz with a 30-month resub, Beth with the 71 fucking month resub, goddamn, Wiley Diote with the 26-month resub, Aunt Zilla with the follow, and Spring with the 27-month resub. You all get a woo! Thank you so much. You all are fucking great. God damn it. Community creations, Halo memes every day, reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Go check them out. Or don't. Because that's up to you. I'm going to take this opportunity because I kind of like doing this now. For those that are tuning in live, for those that are listening to the audio version of the show, for those that watch the YouTube version as well, let me know. I'm curious. What's everybody been playing over the last week? What are we doing? What have we been enjoying as of recent? I've still been fucking neck deep in some Pokemon Pocopia. I'm on the second to last area right now, taking my sweet fucking time, and it's a great fucking time. Riz says Resident Evil might be game of the year, calling it now. God damn. God damn. Beth says still Infinite, Black Ops 7, and Power Wash Sim 2. Beth, are you still liking Black Ops? You said you're playing it, so I assume you're still enjoying it. But on a scale of fuck this shit to this is the greatest shit of all time, where are you on Black Ops 7? I'm curious. You enjoy ranked? Okay. And I know you're a Power Wash fan. You and Holt, if I'm not mistaken, are big Power Wash fans. Yeah, I've been playing Pokemon Pocopia a lot. Also been diving into some Marathon a little more. And I'm seeing that more people are getting it going. Yo, College Halo League. Yo, with the fucking raid. Thank you so much. Hope the matches were amazing. Guys, go follow College Halo League if you're not already. Please do so. We got to shout out all the Halo Leagues out here. Keeping the scene alive, keeping the scene thriving. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. Revenite, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the show. And Kishash. Welcome. Oh my God. Still say it's the best COD we've ever gotten since Cold War, but I also realize it's a low bar. I mean, yeah, they're all low bar now. I don't think anything is gonna eclipse what we've had. You know, like the COD 4, MW2, Black Ops, World at War, like that era, I guess you could say. Hashtag save Halo indeed. Indeed. And College Halo League, thank you for the follow as well. And the raid. Thank you very much. We're asking folks what people have been playing recently. You know? What are people broadening their horizons with? Yeah, I'm loving Marathon. And I never thought I would. And don't get me wrong, like I love a Bungie shooter. I play Destiny all the time. But like I've never been an attraction shooter guy. It's never been my thing. But Marathon, it's got the sauce, dude. Marathon's got the fucking sauce. Jurassic World Evolution 3. Hell yeah, man. God damn. All right. I am Dino Man. Da-da-da-da-da. I love it. I love it. I bought it, but I've not played it yet. Oh, Riz, we need to get you in a session, my man. We need to get you in a session. It is a time. It is a fucking vibe. It can be infuriating. Do not get me wrong. But when you... Oh my God. When things are clicking, holy shit. That game does some special things, man. And then also, I've been dipping my toe. I'm going to play it literally after the show tonight. I got Crimson Desert. And the AI art stuff could go fuck itself because fuck generative AI, fuck AI in general. And I hate how it's being utilized. That's besides the point. But yeah, I've been playing some Crimson Desert. And yeah, I'm enjoying my time with it as well. I'm very early on, though. Still got a lot of work to do in that with not a lot of time. That's the problem. Dowd and I played some Renegades yesterday. The gunplay is so... Oh, yeah. Destiny's gunplay is incredible. Forever and always. Ross, you've been on Satisfactory. God damn. I love that. People getting into their sim lifestyles. I love this shit. Revenite says, I've also been playing Menace, a new turn-based strategy game that scratches the XCOM 2 itch. God damn. That's fantastic. See, I love this. Like, fuck yeah. 110 hours into Satisfactory. Yeah, that's fantastic. I've heard that you can sink a lot of time into that one. God damn. What's up, Snag? Fuck you, Snag. Guys, can we get a fuck you, Snag, in chat? Oh, man. Love you, buddy. Riz, you've also been playing SpongeBob Rehydrated? Jesus Christ. Okay. It's funny you say that because my daughter and I... Oh, you know what? I got to give a special shout out to my daughter because we, every once in a while, I'd say like actually very recently now, we've been scrolling through the Game Pass list, finding some family games to play or like more kid-centric games to play. And she found I found it for her because I saw it on like, this is where an advertisement actually worked. I saw that a Gabby's Dollhouse game is available on Game Pass. And so, yeah, she's been playing a little Gabby's Dollhouse on the Xbox. She's having a good time with that. It is a very obvious, like, not a lot going on. But what are you going to do? Also, she's also been playing some more Astrobot, having a good time there. So, fuck yeah. Hasty says... Deadlock has had me in a chokehold for the longest. I've heard that game is incredible. Many others have told me, and as I've seen the conversations online, yeah, it sounds like Deadlock is pretty fucking fantastic. So I played very briefly when invites started rolling out for it. I didn't have a dedicated crew to play it with, but I know that Broken Hawk loves the shit out of it. I know that others in the server have played it and enjoyed it as well. So I might have to dive into some Deadlock, but I have other shit to play already. It's a completely different game now. It's so fun. That's really, I mean, the core loop is the same though, right? What do you mean by it's a completely different game? Are we just talking about like the heroes that they've added and stuff? It's a third-person MOBA shooter we've always wanted. Smite and Paragon players relish. Hell yeah. I love that. Fuck yeah, man. Do you guys ever play, and I know, guys, I know this is a Halo show. We're not talking about fucking Halo. I apologize. That was earlier on. I'm talking about video games now because I want to. So Overwatch, obviously, big deal. It had its resurgence and everything. The Overwatch 2, they took away the 2. Now it's back to being Overwatch, big resurgence, all that shit. Did anybody play Paladins? Did anyone ever fucking play Paladins? I loved that shit. I thought Paladins was a lot of fun. Heroes map layout is different. The movement is so much more, just as all the depth you'd want. I mean, I haven't played in over a year, but even from then, they removed a lane entirely, added a shit ton of new characters. Wow, they really did change it. Okay. Wow. Deadlock for the audio listeners. Wow. Like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but that's kind of a big deal to change a map of a MOBA. Because that's kind of the whole fucking point. You know? That's kind of crazy. And I know the game isn't fully released yet. I completely understand that. But like the fact that Valve had the balls to be like, nah, well, let's change this shit because we can. That's awesome. Holy shit. Like, I don't hear that happening very often. Maps are fairly static. Maybe they change the way things look, but they don't necessarily change the way the map flows. There's a lot of movement tech in the game, and they change the map to accommodate for it. That's awesome. It's fucking great. Man, shout out Deadlock. Shout out Deadlock. Makes it sound like I should really fucking play Deadlock. But there's so many other games to play. So many other games. So fucking little time. So little time. Also locked in tickets for MagicCon. Hey, Riz, that's fucking awesome. Congratulations. That's really fucking cool. Let me know. Please, like, post pictures and shit in the server and let us know how it is. That's why I logged on to see for myself. Went from 4 to 3 lanes. Oh, it was already 4 though. Damn. Oh, I know, Hasty. I know. I'm well aware. I am well aware. The thing that I do appreciate, though, is that it's not fully released yet, and they are taking all this feedback, and they are introducing new things and enhancing things and manipulating things and removing things, right? If it doesn't work out, if it doesn't fit the flow of the game. I love how they're not resting on their laurels and they're actually doing shit that matters. I think that's fucking great. So, shout out to Valve for doing it. Have you ever gotten to Dota or any MOBA? Yes, I have. Got into is a phrase that I wouldn't necessarily use. I have played, and what I mean play, I mean like, let's say less than 20 hours each. Okay? Let's say less than 20 hours each. I've played League, I've played Dota 2, I've played Heroes of the Storm. So I've played those 3, But I think combined, I think I probably put more than 20 hours into League, but I think with Dota 2 and Heroes of the Storm, I think I put in less than 20 each. So gotten into, probably not. Like, not to the extent that I'm, like, competent, I guess you could say. But I have played them. And I've also, like I said, I very, very briefly dipped into Deadlock at the very beginning. And I like the idea of it. I liked the idea of it. So the fact that you guys are talking about how there's much more movement, I'm a big fan of that. So you get the learning curve it takes for itemizations, which can be overwhelming to people, but it gives it so much replayability. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Predecessor is a phenomenal MOBA that I can actually play for a long period of time. I've never heard of Predecessor, I don't believe. I've ever heard of Predecessor before. I've heard of a lot of games, but I don't think I've heard of that one. Oh, it used to... Okay, thank you. Well, there's the fucking clarification. I do know of Paragon. Yes. I did know. Yes. I know of Paragon. Is Predecessor the fan-made... Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but Paragon went bye-bye. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, didn't fans pick it back up and transform it to being Predecessor? Am I wrong there? I could be wrong there. Either way, sounds like I need to play Deadlock. Oh, cool. Okay, I was right. Hell yeah. Oh, well, thank you guys for humoring me once again with talking about some video games. I know we all play a lot of things other than Halo, and I want to hear what people are playing. I think it's fun. I think it's a good time. It gives people an opportunity to talk about the shit that they're interested into. Big fan of that. So I bought Pocopia, but it's not coming until the first or second week of April. That physical copy, yes, just a stupid key card, was borderline impossible to find. Yeah, Snag, that's what I've heard as well. But you know, you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to deal with that if you just buy it digitally. You say you can play it right now. And let me tell you, Pokemon Pocopia is a grand old time. Fuck did you? Okay, relax. Maybe Don Matrick was onto something. You know? Maybe Don Matrick with the Xbox One was onto something, you know what I mean? What if I wanted COD and sports and TV in my Xbox? What if I wanted that? Oh my God, Don Matrick's a fucking idiot. All right, but that's besides the point. I don't blame anybody for wanting a physical copy or wanting a physical library. I do not blame you guys at all. What are you excited to play in the future? Ooh, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. Let me open up my list. As a matter of fact, let me open up my list real quick. Okay. Very curious how 007 First Light is going to play. That's this week, as a matter of fact. I think it's on Friday. As long as the release date didn't move. Did it move? Oh, it's May 27th. I'm an idiot. It's not March, it's May. Fucking don't come at me. I fucked up, all right? Leave me alone. A game that I am genuinely really fucking excited about, though. I know I could say Grand Theft Auto 6. I know that's the easiest answer. But Mixtape. I'm really, really looking forward to Mixtape. And I really hope it's good. I really hope it's good. It has every indication of it being good, but I just hope it's good. I really do. Didn't Nintendo still get us by making the physical Switch 2 carts just like unlock keys so it's not the actual game on the card? Not for all of the games, Jaws. That is a common misconception. It is not every cartridge. There are a decent amount of cartridges that have the full game on the cart, but there are also a decent amount of cartridges that are just game key carts. But yes, not all of them. Fall of the Republic is my number one. Also Exodus. Exodus looks fucking sick. Exodus looks fucking sick. It's made by Mass Effect devs. And it legitimately just looks like a spiritual successor to fucking Mass Effect. But I'm down for a good Mass Effect. Andromeda wasn't doing it for me. And here's the other thing too. I know we're fucking on a tangent at this point. We're really not talking about Halo. So for those that want to hear about video games, I'm appreciative of you being here. And for those that just want to hear the Halo stuff, I'm predicting that Shopify are going to win DreamHack. There you go. Whoop-de-doo. So I will say, as much as Mass Effect Andromeda was frankly shit, there were some things that game did that I thought were really fucking cool that hadn't been done in Mass Effect before and that really felt new and refreshing in that type of RPG space. Riz and Rev say the game had the best combat in the series, thought the gameplay was actually pretty sweet. I don't disagree with you. I do think the combat was very good. In addition to that, I want to add to that because this is the point I was going to make. The way that you could custom make weapons in that game, the way that you could genuinely craft unique weapons in Andromeda was really fucking cool. And again, hadn't been done in Mass Effect before, but also hadn't really been done to the extent that Andromeda allowed in that type of space. So I thought that was really, really fucking cool. And it makes me more upset that the game launched the way that it did because its performance was awful and the story wasn't good at all and the characters were bland and everything. It's just they had a few really fucking cool systems in place, but the game as a whole was just not it. It was just not it. So, what are you going to do? But yeah, I hope Exodus is good. It does look cool. It really does look cool. Yeah, I think Mixtape, for a game that's coming out semi-quickly here, comes out in May. I really hope Mixtape is good. And again, I'm very curious what 007 First Light's going to be. Because I won't lie, when that game was revealed, when First Light was revealed, my initial impression was, okay, so it's just going to be Hitman, but with James Bond. And I understand the Hitman games are very acclaimed, very critically acclaimed, but they didn't really hit for me. I thought some of the kookiness was cool, but the game as itself didn't really click with me. And so I didn't know. And then I saw the deep dive they did, and I'm like, oh. I mean, yeah, it's got some of that Hitman stuff because, it's made by IO Interactive. But it's also got the weird, gadgety, bombastic shit that 007 has. Like, I'm kind of into it. Are you also hoping the Fable remake will also be okay? Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be good. I think Fable will be good. Also, I can't wait for fucking Forza Horizon 6 or 7, whatever they're on now, whichever the new Forza Horizon is. Like, I love that series as well. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I love, they're finally going to Japan. It's sorely needed. So they're finally going to a region that everybody's been wanting them to go to. We're going to get like some genuinely cool street races back. Like, I'm in. I'm fucking in. I'm excited. I'm very much excited. So yeah. And then of course Grand Theft Auto 6. Because who's not excited for Grand Theft Auto 6? Pragmata 2. See, all these fucking great games, man. All these great games are coming out. Or hopefully great games are coming out. And Riz, I hope you enjoy Pragmata, because I've come to a pretty quick realization that maybe I'm just not the biggest Capcom guy. As dumb as that sounds, maybe I'm just not the biggest Capcom guy. But I see a lot of people really fucking excited for Pragmata, and I really hope it's good. I really do. And I'm very happy that Resident Evil sold the amount. It's the highest selling in its franchise. Fucking Resident Evil 9. Resident Evil 9. Just fucking amazing. What? Wow. God. I'm looking forward to the Adventure Time DLC for Power Wash Sim. Hell yeah, Beth. Fucking get it. That's next on my list. I'm so excited to play it. I need to play 8 first, though. Oh, see... Snag, I thought you were making a joke when I first quickly glanced over your statement. I genuinely thought it said, I need to play through the first 8 though. Me thinking that you never played a Resident Evil game before, because that would have been really funny of a statement that you would have made, but alas. I'm just an idiot. God. Fuck. But yeah, just as of recently though, Snag, I really do hope you love Pocopia. Pocopia. Because it's stupid how much there is in that fucking video game. It's dumb. And I'm enthralled by it. And then Marathon, a game that I never thought I would actually like. I'm not an extraction shooter guy. But I love Destiny and I love Bungie's gunplay. And then I tried it with an early beta thing, and then the server slam happened, and I'm like, okay, I'm fucking in. And Marathon's great. Genuinely just fucking great. And the way that they did their cryo archive as well. I have my reservations about the extraction shooter genre as a whole, like the whole meaning of it. But the way that they're doing things is just incredible with that video game. And then I'm liking Crimson Desert as well. It's scratching that open world itch that I was looking for. Having a good time there. Hear me out. Halo campaign evolved. I hope it's good. Guys, at the end of the day, we're all Halo fans, right, Rev? Like, we're all Halo fans at the end of the day. We're going to play it no matter what. We're going to play it no matter what. So. What are you going to do? I'm getting it for Lauren to play first. I know it'll consume her. Snag, then you're never going to be able to play. You're never going to be able to play. Rev says, it was nice to meet you. Going to make dinner and watch our shows with Courtney. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining up. And thank you for letting me know the games that you're interested in, the games you've been playing. Shout out to you, Rev. Have a great night. Enjoy the shows. And Snag, yes, you need to play more Marathon. You really do. It's so good. Yeah, fucking god damn it. It's so good. All it took was one play session. Like, genuinely, all it took was one fucking play session to be like, okay, I'm in. All right. And again, for the audio listeners out there, for anybody that's sticked with this episode as long as you have, I do, like, part of me is sorry that got off the Halo topic for a while, but at the other time, it's like, you know what? I am very curious about what people are interested in. Because yes, we all love Halo. We're gonna talk about it no matter what. But there's other games out there. I want to know what people are interested in, what people have been enjoying lately. So thank you for humoring me once again. Which means time to plug this fucking thing. You can find HCS Pro Talk, the Halo version of whatever the fuck this is, on your favorite podcast service. Just search for it over on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, fucking Spotify, all the shit. And my favorite, Pocket Casts, which is not an ad. I don't get paid by them. I would like to. I think they'd be really fucking cool, but no. It's not an ad. I just like the app. Got a link tree. Has all the social links as well, including Discord, which you should join. It's a fun time. Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and a link to the merch, which is still available as of right now. And they can head over to hcsprotalk.com, which will take you to haloevolve.co, your home for Halo. Check out the Podcast Evolve shows, which include Podcast Evolve, Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus, Book Club, Builds with Blocks, Halo Headlines, and Halo Gear Guide. Go check them out. And spoiler alert, on next week's episode of the show, it's the DreamHack Birmingham post show. Because who would have fucking guessed that? Oh, wait. Everyone. I need to play more video games. Might try to play through Quantum Break and Control this year. I would recommend Control. It is not my favorite thing. I enjoyed it for the most part. I had a lot of qualms with it, though. But I will say, Control Resonant, that game looks fucking sick. DreamHack Birmingham this weekend. Not a ton of teams signed up, but it should be a lot of good Halo regardless. I forgot to mention, of course, now it's popping back into my head. I forgot to mention, I have made the executive decision that I will not be doing after party streams for this event. Primarily due to the major time gap between when the event would end and when the stream would go live over on this side of things. But additionally, it's also a busy weekend on the home front. So I want to make sure that I have time available to do all those things and not take away from that. So I do apologize. There will not be after party streams for DreamHack Birmingham over on this side, over on this stream. But make sure to go watch. Please, 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 please go watch the official streams for this event, right? The Euro Halo League and the Atlas GG1 streams. Go make sure you're tuning into those. Go show the EU crowd some love. Obviously tune into the LVT. We always do anyway. But go show European Halo League some love this weekend. They're doing everything they can to make this the best event for those in attendance. And they were given this opportunity. This is not an official HCS event. They are the ones that are putting on this production. And I wish them the absolute best of luck. Please show them some love. And yeah, let's watch some great Halo this weekend. We'll talk about it on Monday. Okay? Hope you all have a great fucking night. Have a great week. Watch some great Halo. Play some fucking Halo. And play the other games that everybody's been enjoying. We'll see you next week. But until then.